Welcome, Bill. It's my greatest honor to host you at the conclave. Before I hand over the session to my colleague, Rajdeep Sardesai, with everything that we have seen in the last 2 years, do you see your ability to foresee things as a gift or a challenge?
Well, it's certainly a gift. I feel very lucky I get to work on innovative new things. Also, when you're as successful as I am, you have a responsibility to use that to save lives as much as possible and to drive innovation to help solve the big problems, whether it's making us ready for the next pandemic or avoiding climate change.
Bill Gates, pleasure, honor to have you here at the India Today Conclave. We are going to focus on climate change because, as we said, this is the issue of our times. This is something that you've been deeply involved. We are calling you a climate change warrior in that sense. But I want to ask you, Bill, what made you engage with the issue of climate change in the first instance? Was there a trigger moment, a news headline, some personal experience that drove you in this direction?
Well, I like reading about science and, understanding weather and all sorts of things, but it really was my work in Africa for the Gates Foundation, where we work on nutrition and health, for the entire world. But what we were seeing was that the climate was already making farming near the equator far more difficult. And I decided I better learn about that because, if you're going to uplift every country in the world, understanding is climate going to hold that back and force us to do the whole economy in a different way. I felt I needed to know that. And so, I spent about 10 years starting near 2000 learning about that, and actually gave a TED Talk in 2010 where I warned that that is a huge problem that we're not doing the right things for.
But from that period, when you first got engaged with the issue of climate change, has the thinking evolved, changed in terms of the scale, the immediacy, the urgency in a way of climate change? Has your thinking in a way deepened as you read more about it, or as you witness around you, as we all are, these extreme climate events?
Yes, so the awareness that we've got a huge problem that'll get worse over time is much higher today than at any time in the past. A big milestone was in 2015, the Paris climate talks, where I and Prime Minister Modi, President Obama, and 30 others, we put the idea of innovation on the agenda. It was called Mission Innovation. And the idea was to get the R&D budgets of all these countries to go up. And I committed to do what's called breakthrough energy, where we would take the ideas and make sure that great companies were funded to turn those ideas into products to avoid climate change. So we have so much more to do. This is such a hard problem, but we're better off. The awareness, the government thinking about this, we've come a long way since 2015.